Good evening, everyone. Today is our day 5 of this 40 days um, IT employability skills for bootcamp for women. Uh, as always, we are going to start by showing our outlines, and our today's outlines goes like this. We are going to have a recap on day 4. That is what we have covered for the for yesterday. That's what we have covered yesterday. Then the next thing we are going to talk about Microsoft Word. We are going to talk about the menu bars. The first menu bar is File Navigation bar. Then we are going to also talk about home page, which has to do with customization of the text and what have you. Then we are going to talk about questions and answers. Then the last but not the least, we are going to have a conclusion. Okay. So recap on day 4. In day 4, we talk about shortcut keys. We practicalize shortcut keys. We practicalize shortcut keys. We see how. Sorry, please, can you all hear me? Someone just called me. I forget to divert my calls. Yeah. So please, can you all hear me now? Um, Hold on. Okay. So we talk about shortcut keys from Control A to Control Z, and we see how they work, and we see how we can manipulate them, and what have you. So I think there is nothing much to say. I believe you can all recall all the shortcut keys and the possible ways you can manipulate them. Maybe let me just give a quick recap. I've shown you how you can it's just a trick that you can use to detect if you've give someone a test. Let me ask you and see if you can answer this. Let's say you gave someone a test. So you allow him to write sorry, you have the questions in the laptop, and you are expecting him to write the answers. So what is the easiest possible way you can get to know that, yeah, this person just copied this thing from internet, or he copied it from AI, or he copied it somewhere else and just pasted it? What is the easiest way to detect that without using any internet? By using Control Z. Once you keep pressing Control Z, if you just copied it, once you press Control Z, you see all the text will disappear automatically. But if he typed it by himself, you see some segment or some section or some words will keep disappearing bit by bit. So that is the easiest way you can detect that. Um, So that's it for recap on shortcut keys that we have discussed yesterday. Now let's quickly run to Microsoft Word and see how it goes. Let me stop sharing and continue sharing later on if I navigate to Microsoft or Word. Good. Let me resume my sharing. So please, I believe you can all see me now. You can all see my screen. Um, so we are going to talk about this navigation bars. We are going to talk about the file and home tab. So as I've told you earlier, we are going to just pick the most important or the key things there and just explain them. Then we'll quickly move on to the next one. So let's start with file. um you see inside file we have a lot of things like that. So this one is when you want to create a new page. We already do it is shortcut, so I think we don't have to go ourselves there. But you see, these are the possible templates. You see, these are the templates. Maybe if you want to use templates to do something, these are the templates you can use. If you create, if you click on more templates, um, you see like this. Now I click on more templates. Yeah, so you see, once I click on more templates, you see it gave me this things. We have business. You see, so for this one, you need to have a an internet connection before you can see this. Yeah, you need to have a stable internet connection. I don't know if you can hear me, or I don't know if my network disconnected. So you see, it's giving me the what do you call it? You see, it's giving me um different types of business cards and what have you. Then um maybe let me go to something that any I believe everyone knows it. Uh, resume or cover letter. Resume and cover letter. It's loading, and it's, you see, it gave me hundred and thousands of different templates of resume. So you can just choose anyone you want and customize it to the best you want to customize it. So that is for the this new. Then I think the most important one here again is this save as. If you want to rename your file that you just opened it, you know, you can't just rename the file that you have already opened. So if you want to rename it, all you have to do is just come to this save as, then you navigate to where you want, then you rename it the way you want. So it will automatically be renamed. That's if you have already opened it. Then the next important thing I think is this export. If you want to convert your document to PDF, if you want to convert your document to PDF, all you have to do is just come to this export. After you come to this export, you will see this create PDF. So once you click on it, you see, then it will show you something like this. Then you just click on published. Once you click on publish, you automatically converted it to PDF. So you see, let me not rush. So you see, I've automatically converted it to PDF. So that is for file tab. And another thing is that this thing also is something very important. You see, let me explain it first. Let's say there are some words or there are some sentences that I'm using them regularly, frequently, sorry, that I'm using them frequently. So for me to keep writing it, let's say I'm writing Hammad. You see, let's say I'm writing this regularly. So now I want to make it a shortcut. I want to make a shortcut that once I write something, maybe once I write H or once I write HC, it will automatically show me Hammad Technologies and Consultancy Limited. I'm just giving an example with Hammad Technologies. You can choose anything you want and take it as an example. I will do other examples. So you go to options. After you open file, you go to options. Then you come to this proofings. Then you come to this auto correct options. Then you write what you want to. Let's say I want HT. I always want HT to be Hamad Technologies and Consultancy Limited, like this. So I will just add it. Maybe if I have other things, I can keep adding them. I can recall there was a time that I was asked to type a question paper. And you know, the mostly secondary school or primary school questions papers include you will be frequently writing none of the above or all of the above. So I tag none of the above to be NN. So I would say none of the above, then AA, I will say all of the above, like this. Then I will click on OK. Then I'll click on OK here. Then here also I'll click on OK. Okay, good. Please, are we together? Um, Now let me test it and see. You know, I have already tagged Hammad Technologies and Consultancy Limited as HT. So whenever I come across writing, maybe I will say so the company named. So once I write HT and I give a space, it will automatically show me Hammad Technologies and Consultancy Limited. So whenever I'm writing, I will reach Hammad Technologies and Consultancy Limited. All I will have to do is just to write the HT, then everything will appear. You see how I customize it. You can customize everything the way you want to customize it. So another example, let's say I'm typing question papers. I was given option A, this, option B, this, option C, this, option D, this and that. So let's say option A, let me open the bracket like this. Option A maybe is all of the above. So all I have to do is just to write double AA. Once I write the double AA, all of the above will automatically appear. Let's say I have B as none of the above. So once I write NN, none of the above will automatically disappear. I believe you all see how I customize them and reach up to this level. So you can customize whatever you want to customize for you to minimize too much typing of words, for you to type more faster and effectively. So there is one thing here. If you are doing this, please, you have to be very careful in doing it. There are some words that you can't use, like A. You know, I can, if I said A, I tag A and then I name it as maybe all of the above. So if I named it as all of the above, there I might find myself in a place whereby I want to use the A, not all of the above. So how am I going to do it? Like for this one now, you can add a matching cover. So if you write the A and put a space, if you customize your shortcut keys to be A, so once you write A and put a space, irrespective of wherever you write it, it will give you all of the above. So you have to know which shortcut word you are going to use. That is, I think that's the it for file, and I believe I did justice to this file tab. So the next thing after file tab is this home tab. Let me see if I have any other questions on this. Maybe I don't have any other question. Okay, for where did I get the word options? If you open this file, I don't know if you came lately. If you open this file, you come to the last here, the last icon here, or the last option here is, we call it options. You click on it, then you go ahead and go to proofings. So we are done with the file tab, I believe. Now the next thing we are going to talk about is home tab. So for the home tab, as you can see, we have paste, we have what do you call it? We have cut, we have copy, we have a format painter. So we are going to talk about them one after another. So let me start with the copy so that we understand it more clearly. So you see for this copy, once I highlight, hold on. You see, before I highlight it, it's already disabled. The cut and copy were disabled. So once I've highlighted what I want to highlight, then I click on copy. You see, I have copied it. So you see, after having copied it, let me do something here. You see, I've changed it to read. There is a reason why I changed it to red. So now that I've changed it to red, now I have copied it. Now let me paste it. Let's paste it and see. You see, we have different types of pasting. So if I use this pasting, this type of pasting, did you see it? it will not carry the stylings. It will just paste it the way it is. You see? Hold on. Wait. So if I did this type of pasting like this, you see, then there is another type of pasting like this one. You see? So this one that I just did here is like I've changed it to an image. You see, I cannot change this one now. I've copied this thing, but once I paste it, let's see, let me show it to you again. You see, I've copied it. So now once I paste it here using this icon, do you see it? It is no more text. It is no more a text now. It is an image and I cannot change it. I cannot tamper with it. So if you copy something and you don't want anybody to tamper with it, you want it to be constant like that, maybe it is your name or something, so you can just go ahead and paste it as an image. So once you paste it as an image, nobody can tamper with it, nobody can write anything in it, nobody can edit it because you already pasted it as what? As an image or picture. So that is for pasting. Then there is another thing in this kind of pasting. We have what we call a clipboard. We have what we call a clipboard. You know, let me ask you something. Um, please look at what I'm doing clearly. Let's say I have the list of names here. I have the list of names. Let me use the names I can see. Let me just use any names I can see here. So, so I can see, let me, so I can see Ahmad, Fatima, I can see Juliet, Joshua, like this. I can see Amina, Sayuti, like this. Let me pick the last one. Um, I I can see Ahmad, Rukaya. So I have a lot of children here. I see most of you are bearing Ahmad as their surname. So you see I have uh five names like this. The first one is all of the above. Or this, let's say the first one is this Ahmad Julia. So let's say I've copied this one. Control C, I've copied this. Then Control C, I have copied this also. Then Control C, I have copied this also. Then I've copied this also. So now I want to ask you a question. Now, if I press Control V, what will be my output? I have copied 4 or 5 different things. So now if I press Control V, what will be my, what do you call it? What will be my output? The last one, the last name Ahmad Rukaya. The last name Ahmad Rukaya. So now the question I want to ask, the main important of this clipboard is that what if I want to paste this Juliet Joshua? I have already different names, so I want to paste this Juliet Joshua, not this Ahmad Rukaya. So that is where the concept of clipboard comes in. So you just come to this clipboard. You see it. So it will give you everything you have copied, the history of everything we have been copying since from where we start. Normally, this clipboard copied 21 items. Oh, sorry, 24 items. Yeah, 24 items. It will copy 24 items. It will store 24 items for you. And once you've copied the 25th items, the first item will just disappear. So if you want to first the all of the above, for instance, sorry, I didn't copy all of the above. If you want to paste this Ahmad Fatima, you just go to Ahmad Fatima, you see it like this, then you just paste it. So you see, once you paste it, it will automatically show in your distance. So we're dependent on wherever you want to cut it. This thing is applicable. I think I use it when I was doing my analysis. There was a time I was doing my analysis in Excel, so I have to copy a lot of charts. So I used to copy them, like I will copy like 10 or 15 charts, then I will be pasting them in Microsoft PowerPoint from Microsoft Excel. So I will be pasting them individually in Microsoft PowerPoint one after another. So that is the function of clipboard. You can copy as much as uh 24 different texts independently, and you can paste whichever one you want to paste depending on what you want. So that is for the clipboard. Then the next thing it is format painter. Format painter. So this format painter, for this format painter, let's say you want the stylings of this audio provides, or this line, or maybe this words, you want it to maintain the same stylings at this one. Maybe let me add more stylings on this one. Let me see, I've changed it to Times New Roman. You see, I've changed it. Okay, let me change it. Oh, let me say Palatino. Aha, so you see, I've changed it to Palatino. It's a font style. So now it is colored. What do you call it? It is colored red and it is bold. And maybe let me change the font size also to 20 like this. So now you see I've customized it. I have changed the font style. I have changed the font size. I have changed the looking. I have changed it to bold. I have changed the font color and what have you. So now I want to maintain the same thing using this. I want to maintain the same thing on this audio. So all I will have to do is just come to this one, click on Format Painter, then you come and paint wherever you want to maintain the same stylings with the first one. So you see, once you click on the Format Painter, it will carry the same stylings with the text you use Format Painter in it. So that is the function of this Format Painter. Then I think for this changing of font style, we have already done it, but let's just do it again. If you want to change the font stylings, all you have to do, you have to, what do you call it? You have to highlight the text that you want to change the font style on it. Then you go ahead and choose the stylings somewhere here. You see, we have a lot of stylings. Depending on what you want, you can choose whichever one you want. You see, I have different styling. This one is not even readable. Let me use something that is readable, please. Let me say Arial Black, for instance. So you see, you can change the font styling depending on how you want it to be. You can also change the font size also depending on how you want it to be. Um, then the next thing, let me maintain my, good. Oh, let me delete everything, and I don't want this color, please. Supposed to and so good. So I have my new text. I will customize it after the class. We will customize whatever we want to customize after we have treated all this once. So now I believe we have done this. We have done this yesterday. We did their shortcuts, Control U, Control I, Control B, and what have you. So this one is for strike through. If you want to strike something, let's say you have a price of a product, you said the price is maybe 5,000 naira, like this. So you know, if you are doing a discount, you have to strike the what do you call it? This one, and say you are saying that this one, it was what do you call it? It was 5,000 naira before, but now you change it to maybe 2,000 naira. So you see that this is how it works. Someone is raising his hand. I don't know what is happening. Someone is raising his hand. Let me see in the comment section if there is anything that about the format painter. Yeah, the format painter is taking everything. I don't know. Sorry, please. My colleague is here. Is there? Should be responding to a question. If it is not something important, if it is just a question, if it is what do you call it? If I did as far as I'm audible and you can see my screen, please don't raise your hand. As far as it is question, I believe my colleague is there and she will answer each and every question you ask. Um, if I'm not audible, please, I know so that she would raise her hands up. So as far as she's not the one that raised her hands up, I will not open your chats. Again, please let me just focus on it. After we finish, if there is a lot of questions, I can join her to answer the questions. Good. So you see, this one is had it been maybe you're having a discount and what have you. And I have told you earlier because okay, she raised her hands. Okay, some people are in the waiting room. Okay. I have admitted them. Thank you, Sarah. Um, we were talking about, yeah, strike through. We are talking about strike through. So you see, if you format your this thing, what do you call it? If you format it to strike through, please, if you format it to strike through, if you format the strike through, let me do it again. I will say 5,000 like this. You see? So now I want to say this new one is 200, 2,000. You see, it's maintaining that strike through. So before you write anything anymore, you have to remove the strike through icon, then you write what you want to write. If you didn't do it that way, the strike through will not disappear, and whatever you write, it will keep striking through the text. So that is for this one. Then another thing is this subscript and this superscript. This one is mostly used for chemistry and mathematics students. Let's say you have maybe magnesium oxide. Yeah, magnesium oxide. So you have to press this one. Sorry, I'm not good in chemistry. So if I did it wrong, you can please just pardon me or you can correct me in the comment section also. So magnesium oxide, I think it is like this, MgO2. No, it's not like this. Let me just say carbon dioxide. That's I'm very sure I know it. So carbon dioxide now is CO2, I think. CO2. So now the two should be at the downside of this O. So I will have to press this one, then I'll press the two. You see, this is carbon dioxide. And what have you? Maybe let's say I have oxygen ion also, which is O2 minus. So the 2 and minus should be at the top. So all I will have to do is to press this, then I will put the 2 and then minus or something like that. Is it minus or plus? I don't know. I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not chemistry student. So the main purpose is just for you to understand how you can put it at the top or you can put it at the downside. Maybe you have your x square, you can do that. You have your maybe x1, x2, x3, or you have your 29, maybe you are asked to convert. Um, Let me change this one. Let's say you are asked to let's say 24 is in base 2. So if it is in base 2, sorry, you cannot have 24 in base 2, 45 in base 2 go. So let's say it's in base 6. So this is how you write it. If it's you want to write base 6 like this. So and so much more. There are a lot of it. I just want you to know how it works. So I think, yeah, for the font color also, for the font color, I've told you I'm picking the most important ones only. So for the font color also, if you want to change the font color, all you have to do is just highlight the text and then change the font color. Please, do you understand? Just highlight it and just change the font color depending on what you want. There are a lot of font colors. You can choose whichever one you want. So I think for the stylings, I did justice to the stylings. Yeah, I have for this one also. Okay, something person, let me admit you. So for this one also, if you want to change the background, you see, if you want to change the highlights, you see, if you want to change the background color of this text, maybe we call it highlight color. So if you want to change it, all you have to do is just highlight and come to this, you see, then you click on it. So it will, is based on what you have selected. It will show you if I choose red, for instance. Okay, let me highlight it. Then, so you see, it's automatically changed to red. So I believe we did justice to this part of the home tab, which is font. So then the next one is uh, paragraphing. Paragraphing, that is the next one. So let me just get rid of these ones. Let me get rid of them. Now we are going to start the paragraphing. So for the paragraphing, the first thing we have is a bullet point, normal bullet point without numbers. So let's say I have maybe the list of some things. Let me say I want to write monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning. And maybe they are not supposed to be in order. However you write them, they are okay. So all you have to do is just select the type of bullet you want. Maybe let me just choose this one. So I will say um, monitoring. Or let me just say, yeah, monitoring. Then I'll hit enter. Once I hit enter, the next bullet point will appear. Then I will say evaluation. Then I will say accountability. Then I will just say learning. Like this. Okay, I made mistake here. Accountability is double C, right? Good. So you see, that is how I can do my bullet point. You can change the bullet point whenever you want to do that. You see, you can change whichever bullet point you want to change depending on what you want. Another thing here is that, let's say after the monitoring, I want to explain the monitoring or I want to write something under the monitoring. So if I press enter, another bullet point will just appear. So all I will have to do is what? To press shift, then I'll press the enter. Once I press shift and I press the enter, then I can go ahead and keep writing that maybe monitoring is the process of this, that, and that. After I'm done with it, I'll go to evaluation. Also, I'll press on shift, then I'll press enter. Then I will do the same thing. I'll write what I want to write. So it's the same thing applicable to each bullet point we are going to do next. So please, let's go to the bullet point with numbered bullet points. Yeah. So for the numbered bullet point also, let me see. Another thing. Now, let's say I'm done with the bullet points. So you see, if I press enter, the bullet point will still appear. So I'll have to press enter again if I want it to disappear. So now, after I write it again, I press the enter again. It's already disappeared. So, okay, I have people in the waiting room. Let me allow them in. Good. So let's say um MS Office package consists of the following products. like this. So now I will use bullet point. I will use numbered bullet point or alphabet. Can use Roman numbers. I can use A, B, C, D. I can use one, two, three words, whichever one I want to use. So I'll just, for my own, I just use two. I just want to choose numbered, normal numbers. So I will say Christiana. Okay, let me admit the Christiana. Uh, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Access, like this. So you see, these ones are numbered. These ones are numbered, and I believe you know, if you want to explain something under each and every bullet, I believe you know how to do that. So we are done with this numbered and unnumbered one. In HTML, we call them ordered and unordered list. Then we have this type of bullet points that is multi-level. We have the bullet points that is multi-level. Um, let's say under MS Word. Okay, let me do for this. So now I will say MS Word like this. So now I will say maybe um what do you call it? Maybe home tab. Hold on. Yeah, for this one, hold on. So if you press the first one like this, now I said MS Word, you understand. So the next one, I want to go to what do you call it? Subheading under the MS Word. So I will have to go to this and then click on this change the level list. Maybe if I go to change the level list, then I will select this one that is under Microsoft Word. I have file, then I have home, I have insert, I have, I believe you understand. So let me just click on the change the level list also. Then I can go ahead and do the, maybe go to number two. You understand? If I go to number two also, I will say MS Excel, then and do the same thing continuously. So that is for multi-level. And I believe I did justice to this also. The next thing is this issue of alignment, aligning your text to right, aligning your text to center, aligning your text to uh, right, left, right, center, and then justified. Our assistant class rep is having network issues. Okay, she was not the assistant class rep here, right? She's not the assistant class rep. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Um, so for this, if I want to align my text to the left hand side, like for now, it is already in the left hand side, but for okay, so let me say I want to align it at the center. You see, I've aligned this text. Now it is at the center. You see, my text is saying to make this up to this last line. Then you see this one started from here. You see, this one started at the center, this one also ended at the center. So if you want to centralize everything, all you have to do is just click on this. So you will centralize everything. But normally we only centralize the header. We only centralize the header. All of the other things, we align them left or right. Let me just say chapter 1 like this. So now once I click on this, I have centralized it instead of me to press Ctrl E O if I've forgotten it. If I want to align it right, all I will have to do is just press this icon, it will be aligned right. But take note, you cannot use this one to write your address, because if I use it to write my address, let's see if I use it to write my address, how it's going to show. Um, First floor, Bagudo Plaza, Gusau. Oh, so you see, this is how it will looks like. If I press enter again, you see, and this is not the formal way of writing address. So if you want to write an address, maybe you have to write it after you are done. You just keep pressing Control M to be having tap, 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 or you should maybe write it in a text box. But with this one, it's not this format of pressing Control R or shifting this one is not always recommended. Normally, where we use this Control L, R is somewhere at the end of the letter. Let's say this is the end of the letter and you want to write yours faithfully. So you have to write this Control R, then you write yours faithfully, then you write your name maybe or something like that. So that's why it is recommended, but for the address place, it's not recommended to use this uh, right alignment. For justification, I believe we all know what justified is all about. If you want to make everything to look nice, to have the same edge at the end, all you have to do is you highlight it. After highlighting it, then you just press this one, then it will be justified automatically. So that is for this one. Then the next thing is line spacing. Is line spacing. Line spacing. So if you highlight where you want to have your line spacing, then you just come to this and select the line spacing you want. You see, you can select whatever line spacing you want. You can select 2.5, 2.0, 1.5, and what have you. Like this, you can select whichever one you want. There is another thing here in this line spacing. Let's say you don't want this space between monitoring and the last paragraph. You don't want it. So all you have to do is just come here and select this. Then you will see remove space after. You remove it. Also here, click on remove space after. You remove it. So once you remove it, you see you don't have space in between them if you want them to be to look more tight. But normally it's not recommended. You need space in between the bullet points and your paragraph. But maybe if you don't want it, or you find yourself where the format is like that, they don't want the spacing, you can go ahead and remove the line spacing for you to have something they want and to have to follow their policies or procedures. So that is for line spacing. Then the next thing, I think these ones we are supposed to talk about them if we come to talk about the table. Please, if you come to talk about to insert table, I believe I'll talk about this one in details. Um, the next thing is these headers. We have these headers. Also, this one I'm supposed to talk about them when I come to creating a table of content. Maybe I have to talk about them, but until we go to that table of content. The last thing I think I'll talk about here is this, what do you call it? This headers. this headers. So, oh, sorry, I said header. Sorry, I was talking about find and replace. We did find and replace yesterday, but it was just a shortcut. So, but if I want to find and replace something and I don't have the shortcut, where I've forgotten the shortcut, all I will have to do is just to select this. Or if you want to, if I want to replace, I will select this, then this and that. So that is for find and replace. And I believe we have done justice to Home tab also. We have touched the most important parts we supposed to touch as far as the intermediate or beginners level is concerned. So please, I will attend to to questions in the waiting room. There is nobody in the waiting room. Yeah, so I will attend to the question. If there is any questions, I will attend to it. If sorry, did not attend to it. So please, is there any other question apart from the questions that she answered? So I think, or I believe there is no question. There is no question. Okay, so if there is no question, I think, okay, so thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much. Good night.